Chat, I regret to inform you that I was dragged, kicking and screaming, right into the Breenaverse. And I'm not sure I'll ever be the same. Why did she hit him with her car? Why was no one in that movie allowed to wear shoes? What was up with that scene where his friend's, like, high school-aged daughter was definitely trying to have sex with him? Chat, have you ever heard of a movie called Fateful Findings? And if not, I both envy and pity you. Because it truly was the movie of all time. And you can find it on Netflix. Content warning. It ends with a mass death event. It is the most incoherent movie I've ever seen. And it ends with, he frequently mentions, like, hold on, how loud is... The YouTube music's a little loud right now, one sec. He has essentially hacked corporate and government secrets across the planet. And he holds a press conference where he talks about releasing them. And it is set over what I can best describe as a montage of every corrupt, or stand-in for a corrupt politician or businessman in the movie, killing themselves. In various ways. The first one, he just pulls out a gun on the stage, and you see the worst photoshopped muzzle flash effect of your life, and the implication that the press conference kept going after that guy shot himself in the head, and kept going after a second person shot themselves in the head. Cinema, Kino. No notes. He's got 2 more movies on YouTube.
Yay, realistic.
Anyways, I believe Dearest Emily has made a request. We're not going to set it to the usual music, just because I don't wanna. But chat, do I still have it in me? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, germs and worms, it's time for another round of Random Pokémon Generator! Fuck! Marry! Kill! You all know how this game works. We are going to randomly generate 3 Pokemon from across the series' history and choose 1 to wed, 1 to bed, and 1 to behead. The only rule here, I did skip a step. All Pokemon generated this way are assumed to be capable of passing the Harkness test, which is that they are of sexual maturity for their species, of human or greater intelligence, and capable of communication. The only exception to this rule are baby Pokemon, who we will immediately be sending into the meat grinder. Should we happen to generate 2 babies within the same batch, we will be re-rolling, because chat, say it with me, I'm not fucking a baby! Now, with all that being said, let's see who this morning's 3 unlucky contestants are. Ooh. Okay. I'm just gonna rip it straight off the, it's literally fuck, marry, kill in that order. I think Timid Honedge is cute. Okay, hold on. Because the thing is, I was going to kill Honedge, but I'm now realizing you can do some very cute stuff with Honedge. Where, like, it kind of comes with its own pre-built-in, like, sex toy for Honedge. I love Honedge, don't get me wrong. It's also the Honedge, I'm pretty sure, but I keep pronouncing names wrong. Because in theory, he gives you his little scabbard, and you just, like, slide it on and off him. And it's all for him, and it's not for me, but, like, that's fine. I love being able to provide good experiences for other people. But the thing is, you have to marry Celebi, right? The shenanigans, the chicanery. You can be like, hey, babe, you know, I really want to know what it looked like when the Berlin Wall fell. Hey, babe, you know, we're in this, like, historic town right now. I wonder what it was like back in the day, you know? Like, hey, babe, I just saw today's lottery numbers. You want to bring me back to yesterday? Like, the fuck was that? Jirachi's just, or Celebi's just a little sweetie, and, like, my friend and a cutie pie, and I would absolutely love to marry Celebi. And now the thing is, what can one get up to with a Mr. Mime? Because Mr. Mime, again, it is kind of the rule of all psychic-type Pokemon, where they do have the power to simply turn your sphincter into a lump of coal, if they so desire. Hashtag gone wrong, gone sexual. And, you know, that is inherently, like, there's a lot of ups there. But, like, Mr. Mime can conjure invisible objects, can conjure invisible barriers. Imagine being tied up with invisible Shibari. And you're like, you know it's there. Unfortunately, it does mean that I have to look at Mr. Mime while he's doing it, you know. But Mr. Mime can be a Mrs. Mime. It doesn't change the name, but Mr. Mime do have gender, funny enough. And, like, I think there is simply too much potential in what could be done with a Mr. Mime that I have to pick it over...
You know that thing was free.
Yeah, over being able to pull Honedge in and out of his own scabbard. I have a no clown fucking policy, unfortunately. That mime will get taken out on the stage, like those businessmen. What does mild here mean? So these are, it randomly generates a nature for each of them. Mild, in this case, I mean, so Tim and Honedge, for one thing, yeah, you know, obviously it's like, you gotta, you know, he's too shy. You've got to take care of him for him. And that's fine, again. Mild means I think he's very blasé about it. I think she's kind of like, you know, I'm here, I'm pretty laid back, like, I've done this before, like, I'm Mr. Mime, and I'm a professional dom, like, you know, I don't mean to disrespect you, I'm just kind of cash. And then naive Celebi is like, I'm young, I'm dumb, and I'm also willing to permanently alter the time stream with you. Like, Celebi is, like, irresponsibly in its 20s. Or, like, it hit its 30s with Peter Pan syndrome. Why are you giving her Willow voice help? I don't mean to. Willow has a flat affect. So I gave her a flat affect. And it doesn't help that right now, because I was so busy getting breened last night, that my throat, my voice definitely sounds a little extra crunchy than normal. A little extra rocks and pebbles. Also, chat, do you like my shirt? Do you like my new shirt? Do you think it's cute? I'm going back to face cam. It's like, look at this shirt. Ain't it cute? It's got little pom-poms on the end. Once again, my mother needed to empty her wardrobe, and now I own a bunch of clothes that I didn't own before. Alright. That's enough fun. Let's do the thing that is unfun. Run. Okay. So for this fight, we need Togi D Maru. We need Noivern. I believe Lucario. Caracosta. Parakista. Arcanine. And then Dreadnought. Because Dreadnought gets a chain kill in this fight. Because, yeah, Firo sees fast kill on Arcanine under pretty much any circumstance. Okay. Oh, that kitty.
I'm on Markov, but he keeps climbing me.
Oh my god, do you need me to hold him?
What?
Do you need me to grip him? Also, isn't Markov like 4 away from the end? You got there fast. Chat, Mint Wife is back on the Pantheon of Hollow Nest grind. I really think you're gonna do it.
And I can do it.
Have you unlocked Absolute Radiance to practice on yet?
No.
Okay, so you're
Never
probably
once.
not gonna do it on this run,
No.
but
No run is ever the run except for when it is.
like she's not that much harder, but she's harder.
I just know that I will not be healing during the fight, and that is scary.
Can you not heal?
Okay, Cedar. That's cute. Don't try to smack Regimal when I'm fighting him.
Okay, so first things first, Togedemaru, we're going to pre-damage to 185, so Manectric always sees a kill on it with Flamethrower. This is to stop it from using Double Team. We are going to swap to a pre-frozen Noivern. Flamethrower hits Noivern, thawing it. This allows Noivern to not need to worry about being pre-status to avoid getting burned. Not that that would matter, actually. Noivern takes the Flamethrower. Manectric loses a quarter of its max HP. Oh, sorry. We open with Togedemaru. We get it with Fake Out first to drop its HP a little. And then we swap to Noivern. Notably, Togedemaru cannot be paralyzed because Toge is electric type.
Going into MKG
Full mass and AK. God, you burn through. It's not False Knight. What do you call boosted False Knight?
I just call him by his real name. I just call him Hedgemold, but that's not it. It's
His name is Hegemold?
Hedgemold. H-E-G-E-M-O-L.
Where the fuck do you learn that?
You get all the knight's names at some point on some lore tablet eventually.
Huh.
We know who Yzma is. We know who Algrim is. We could assume we know who. I always forget the Great Order's name. And Dryda we know is always attached to Queen, and she is dead outside of the Queen's little hidey hole. So this has to be Hedgemal.
Huh. Okay. Anyways, Togedemaru does some chip damage to Manectric. We swap to Noivern. Noivern, between that chip damage and Manectric's own life orb recoil, is able to one-hit KO with Draco Meteor. Do we need life orb? Failed jam. Okay, that's what it is. So Pyroar sees out damage on us. Firo sees out damage on us, but Absol sees a kill on us with Stone Edge because Flamethrower always does at least 15%, 16 to 20. So yeah, and we never take enough damage to bait Night Slash. So Absol comes out. Super Luck Scope Lens. So it also calcs these as auto crit moves, which I do believe means we are still out of Night Slash range. So yeah, Absol comes in next. It goes for Stone Edge. We swap to Lucario, who takes at most 16% from critical hit Stone Edge. We outspeed Absol. We are able to one-hit KO it with Aura Sphere. Nice thing about Pyroar is that it's always going for Fire Blast. We never need to worry about how we're dealing with Fire Blast here. We are going to swap to Caracosta. Caracosta takes Fire Blast perfectly fine. Caracosta is going to be equipped with a Shed Shell. Why did I want a pre-toxic Caracosta? So I'm not coming in on Yawn. I only need to use... Is it to prevent burn? Because if we're burned... Yeah, it's to prevent burn. So that way Arcanine can hold an item. Okay, so Caracosta comes in, pre-burned. Oh, and it also means Pyro never goes for Yawn, because we're statused. So, Caracosta comes in against Fire Blast. It is holding a Shed Shell in case Pyro goes for Fire Spin. It'll never go for Yawn because we are already statused. We are going to click Knock Off to get rid of its Focus Band. And then we are going to swap to Arcanine, who is also pre-toxic. I don't think it needs to be, because it can't be burned. It's going to come in on a Hyper Voice. Oh, I think we toxicked it, so that way we always make sure to show a kill to Drill Run on Fearow. Because, if I'm correct, the maximum amount of damage Arcanine can take from Pyroar is not enough to knock it into range of any of Fearow's moves other than Drill Run. Though, actually... Wait. Brave Bird, Double Edge. Hold on. Yeah, because it's always going to go for Drill Run, and that's the goal. So we swap to Noivern on Drill Run to blanket. We then bait... Oh, actually, we bait Quick Attack, which is nice, because we outspeed it and show it a kill with D-Meteor. Or it could go for Brave Bird or Double Edge, but if it goes for Quick Attack, that's fine. We swap in Dreadnought, who lives one of these... and one of these. We can't be crit, so we don't need to worry about crit damage. We're able to, with a Zoom Lens, one-hit KO with Stone Edge, then in comes Trapinch, and we're able to one-hit KO with Liquidation. I'm going to confirm my Pyroar math against Arcanine, but I don't think it's an issue. So... Arcanine has a max HP of 261. First, we divide that by 16. 261 minus 16. Yeah, we're equipping Arcanine with a Citrus Berry. So that way, if its HP gets dropped too low, it gets healed back up. But it's never above 75%. So it should always be Drill Run. Okay, so 261 minus 16 is 245. 261 divided by 8 is 32, so minus 32. 213, and then I believe highest damage is swapping in... Well, first things first, we get dropped down to 213 from just status. Okay, which is not low enough for Drill Run. But at this point, Pyroar will do... Fire Spin, which does 10, which does exactly enough good. Because if we swap in on a Fire Blast that misses, we need to make sure we're hit by at least an attack to bait in Fearow instead of Trapinch. And lowest damage on Fire Spin, and Pyroar is of course faster than us, does minimum of 9 damage. 213 minus 9 is 204, which is exactly the highest roll on Drill Run. So that's perfect. Okay. Now, assuming highest possible damage is double crit Hyper Voice. Minus 81. 1, 2. Which is probably within Brave Bird Double Edge range. But a Citrus Berry definitely takes us out of it. I'm wondering if we only actually need an Oran Berry, I guess. I think we can do it with just an Oran. Because, yeah, the lowest HP we could possibly have is 51. Unrelated, but Drew Tadic fan art was fun. I don't know what Tadic is. Or TADC. I just noticed we changed songs. I should probably take care of that. Ah, Amazing Digital Circus. Gotcha. I was gonna say, definitely a genre of fandom that passed me by, but still, that's really cool. Glad to see you are continuing your artful pursuits, Rose. Okay. I think we only needed Oranberry. Because Caracosta comes in on Fire Blast. It is then getting hit with either Hyper Voice or Fire Spin.
No. I lost on phase 2. So I went back to practice. It's like, got it really easy the first try.
On Pure Vessel?
Yeah. Not Ascended Ocean.
I mean, honestly, maybe practice on Ascended.
No, I'm not gonna try to no-hit Pure Vessel.
Oh, is Ascended no-hit?
Yeah.
What's the, because I thought there's 3 tiers of
There
difficulty.
is for most bosses, with the exception of...
Because he always hits you for 2 masks?
Exactly.
Got it. I mean, it still could be good practice. I just wish that there was a way to instantly load back into the fight once you lose. I hate the 15 seconds of fade out, fade back in.
Why am I doing really good?
Okay.
Why am I doing good?
2 more episodes left until it ends. Golly. Well, I hope people are enjoying it. Yeah, no, I think all I need to do is give Arcanine an Oranberry.
Oh no, it is him doing double damage, so he does 4 hits. I got him almost to phase 3.
Let me see.
That's...
My wife is really capable. She's kind of epic. Okay, so equip Noid with the Defang, equip Car with the Shed Shell, Arca with Citrus, Dread with Zoom Lens. I'll see how many citrus berries I have. I shouldn't need it. Alright, let's get set up. And notably, chat, I actually have a few lines after this one also calced out, including a very frustrating double battle. That took a while to figure out. And I'm only like 98% sure I understand all of the mechanics involved, but I have planned a contingency for if I actually fucked up. Okay, Maisie's already on the team, baby. Noivern. Chaucer's been so cool. I've been really enjoying having Chaucer on the team. Lucario. Caro Macosta. Ham Yilton. Oh, there's Dragonite. I'm like, hold on, wait, why do we not have enough slots on our team? There we go. Get out of here, Deirdre. You're very important in a few fights. Like, Turtle, I hope you know, basically every Pokemon that has been named after one of your OCs are, like, top 10 in our box. Like, Maisie, obviously, we know how important Maisie has been. Willow has been really solid ever since we got her. And Deirdre just fucking wrecks shit. It's pretty cool. Okay, so there's no item we need to give Maisie. So we're gonna give her her Cool Kid gloves. Her emotional support mittens. Protective pads. Chaucer needs Defang, Defong. Oh, it's probably still in the box. I don't think I unequipped everyone's items in there. Okay, bag that. Bag that. Bag that. Take that. Give to my biker bitch. Talon, I don't think needs anything. Terriman gets the shed shell. Hamilton gets a citrus. Yeah, like we have 221 of them. We can afford to be a little generous with our citrus. And then Laylaps needs the zoom lens. Now, that being said, I need to use the bathroom, so I will be right back. I return. Chat, I've been thinking. There's a YouTuber I watch, and he recently became a dad. And that's very cute. And what I appreciate is that, like, he wants to talk about, you know, being a dad and, like, what it's like having a kid on his streams and stuff. But, you know, he doesn't want to, like, get his child mixed up in fucking him being, like, a, you know, an e-celebrity. Sorry, I had you in picture-in-picture mode on my phone playing MTG Match and couldn't come back to chat without disconnecting from it. Love that all my gals pull so much weight, that rules. I'm very glad. Definitely, you and Will have some of, like, the highest, like, caliber, like, OC representation in this run. But anyways, so to be able to talk about having a child, but also not, like, you know, putting her information out onto the internet for people to be weird about, he calls her, like, he says he named her Vriska. I think it's like, oh god, it's Vriska and then, like, some Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's not like Vriska Rafflesia or something like that. But I'm just thinking about, like, if and when the day comes where like Mint Mod and I have a kid, what joke name would we give our child for the internet? And, like, Turtle, I want you to know that you and Leica would not know the real name of the child.
What?
You people, I cannot trust to not do a Freudian slip. My internet.
Turtle.
You what?
I would trust Turtle.
You trust Turtle? I also would trust Turtle. I would trust Turtle, Viziri. Go to hell. Viziri or Lorenz, depending.
Are a little. You would give specifically for me?
Oh, it would have been Lorenzo, you're right. But name that kid Turtle. Names my child Emily.
April, we work with a turtle. There's a person named Turtle at our department.
Just literally named Turtle?
First name Turtle, I will not say last name.
Obviously.
But
hold on, I'm gonna mute my
last name's
microphone.
Wild.
Whoa, that's a powerful last name. But yeah, no, it's make my child's fake name online Emily. Okay. All right. But yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking about, like, cute things I could do while being both a parent and a content creator.
Wow, that was really easy. I found their LinkedIn. That was really easy.
Nice.
They look like that's their name.
Do they? Thank you. It's just a photo of the fucking, oh god. Is this a Steve Carell movie? Literally, he's like a turtle.
Okay, no, I'm going more off of the last name.
I know, I figured, but I thought it was funny.
I'm going more off of this, not, the, like, pretty younger Tank Dempsey looking ass.
Damn. Damn.
We work with that.
He looks like he could cave my head in.
He does.
Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? Hi, Hannah. No, we're talking about, there's a YouTuber I watch who, recently had a child, and he wants to be able to talk about, like, having, you know, like, his experiences being a dad on stream, but he doesn't want to, like, broadcast his child's name on the internet, because, you know, he doesn't want people to be weird about his kid. He doesn't want them to know about her or see pictures of her. So he calls her Vriska, like, Vriska Rafflesia. So we were just talking about, like, what would Mint Mod and I name our child should the day come where we have one and I'm still a content creator.
Do we still like the baby names that we chose?
What, for an actual child name, I don't know. But I do think that would be a very...
Baby name that
You
we
do?
chose. I really do, because of how you can nickname it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was the point.
Yeah.
We could alternatively use those as the nicknames, but I wouldn't mind that as a girl name. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I still like it. I especially like it if we let me have the middle name for my grandpa.
That is a powerful. Oh. Hold on. You might have resold me on it just through the power of the middle name.
And then with our last name, like put it all together in your head.
Whew. Oh God.
That's a guy.
Yeah, that's like naming your son Thor.
We work with
those. I was gonna say, Nadia used to joke about it all the time about how it's like, if I ever have a son, I'm gonna name him Thor, so that way he
can live up
like
to it.
He can be just the fucking Giga Chad on the football field. Oh my god, incredible. I know Northern Lion calls his kid Luna for stream. That's cute. I didn't know his daughter was trans. Do we still like the names we said we would give her? Oh, that's you. If a girl, Chris, and a boy, Togor. Well, no, I can't. Okay, no, if it's a girl, it's Chris. If it's a boy, it's Chris. You can't do one specific gender being Chris, because then like, it has to be both. Or it has to be neither. We assume our child is non-binary until proven otherwise. I would name a boy Torgor, though. Togor. Anyways, we were playing Pokemon Run and Bun. I don't think Talon needs an item. Equip Carl with Shed Shell, equip Arca with Citrus Berry. Yeah. Just give him the black belt. In case something goes wrong. Okay. Thankfully we don't need to pre-damage Caracosta or Arcanine, so we just have to Toxic them. Apply status. We do actually have to go into the script for Toxic. Okay, so freeze. We are going to freeze Choser. What?
I like turtle.
Start using the Pokemon OC document and just pick a different one each stream. Oh my god. Because, like, I also think it would be really cute to genuinely give them, like, a kind of... a kind of alright stream nickname, and then, like, when this child grows into, like, their teenage years, be like, oh yeah, you know, when I was a content creator back in the day, we talk about you using an alias, that's the word. You know, this is what it is. You know, it'd be really cute if they, like, incorporated that into part of their personality.
Like, I'm just saying, I typed out, like, in our DMs, like, the full names. They both go really hard.
Well, oh, if we did,
You can't deny. They're very real.
God, I just want to... I need to... That's officially the nickname... That's officially the middle name of the character who I think I got the boy name from. That goes hard.
Oh, my heart, my soul.
Got a smoothie, yay. Ooh, what kind of smoothie? What kind of smooth we smeethin' right now? Okay, so pre-toxic slot 4 5 baby kid. Oh my god. I don't know, would it make Will uncomfortable if I started nicknaming my child after his D&D character? Like, is that flattering or deeply uncomfortable? Okay, now we just gotta pre-damage Maisie to 185. Because, like, I know you would love it, Turtle.
Baby Maisie, put a fork in an electrical outlet, please help.
Baby Maisie is contacting the mystical old men in our community. Please help.
Please help.
Baby Maisie's mom arguably has a more defined backstory than she does. Please help.
That's so mean.
Look, Maisie's a baby. She doesn't have much life to have backstory.
This is true.
I just remember Turtle going absolutely buck wild with her fucking parents' stories.
I mean, look at Willow's family tree.
Baby Maisie has been going to the woods and... Okay. I should save the game.
Damage on the lost charger. Rip run.
Oh god. It's over.
It's over.
Controller, would you please? There we go. Okay. So that's grunt number 1. Check my guys. Yep. Grunt number 2. There's grunt number 3. I knew it. Okay. Whew, I was careful there for exactly that reason. Okay. Let's heal up these kids. Also, I believe I officially now have a button on my Stream Deck. Let me see if it works. It didn't work. It should unmute the MGBA. Oh, well, that's annoying. I have to refigure that out. Okay. Anyways, welcome to the fight. Just gonna pre-damage Maisie again. I don't care. It cost me a potion. That was the downside. Scripting. Pre-damage. Slot 1 to 185. I have so much respect for the people who refuse to use the scripts, but also I could not fucking imagine. Okay. So, Maisie has Fake Out and baits a fire type attack. She has protective pads because she likes her mittens. Chaucer has been pre-frozen and is holding the Dragon Fang. Talon doesn't need the black belt, but he's got it anyways. I should make sure everyone in the calc here has their item. Export, import. So black belt. Suppose we don't need to put the shed shell on you. Citrus berry. So that way. 75, 31. We always 2-hit KO. And if we somehow fail to, we have extreme speed. But that shouldn't be an issue. We have the zoom lens. It is Laylaps's favorite item. Okay. Should be good to go. God, I can't believe this Lucario's IVs. I still can't believe Talon was this cracked. 2 perfect IVs right from the jump. Okay. Pre-damage Toge to 185, Pre-Vreeze, Noivern, Pre-Toxic, Caracosta, and Arcanine. You have the Dragon Fang, you have the Shed Shell, you have a Citrus Berry, and you have the Zoom Lens. Alright, let's run it. I think it's really funny how all the female Team Magma Grunts look like they have a 5 o'clock shadow in profile. But like one of the cutest trainer class sprites in the game. Out comes Maisie. Maisie has been pre-damaged. That Manectric sees a kill on it with Flamethrower, which prevents Manectric from using Double Team. That being said, first we're going to chip a little bit of damage onto it. We don't need to worry about static because we're an electric type, and also we're holding protective pads. Manectric is going to hit us with Flamethrower. We are going to swap to Chaucer. Flamethrower will immediately thaw Chaucer out. This prevents burn. We always take at least enough damage from that Flamethrower to show a kill to Absol on Stone Edge. We are going to KO Manectric with Draco Meteor. Stat drops do not matter. It technically shows that Pyroar does more damage to us than we do to it, but that shouldn't be relevant, because Absol sees a kill. Good. Even with seeing the auto crit on Night Slash, it only does up to 159 damage, so it is always going to click Stone Edge. We are going to swap Chaucer to Talon. Talon takes at most 16% from Stone Edge crit. Would not matter if it missed, thankfully, because we always show KO to Fire Blast on Pyroar after this. Talon outspeeds Absol. Nothing is stopping us from just one-hit KOing with Aura Sphere. Next in comes Pyroar the Insufferable. Pyroar sees a kill on Talon. Oh, that's right. We gave Arcanine the Citrus Berry, so it procs after Pyroar goes down. Because it has Unnerve. Pyroar sees a kill with Fire Blast and only Fire Blast. This prevents it from using Yawn. We are going to swap Talon to Terriman, who takes at most 19% from a non-crit Fire Blast. Terriman just needs to stay in long enough to get off a single knockoff. We are pre-toxic to prevent burn, so we don't get a drop on our damage. Bonk. Pyroar, I believe, is most likely to go for Fire Spin here, but it can just as well go for Hyper Voice that does a bit less than 50% on crit. We are going to click Knockoff to get rid of its Focus Band. At our current HP, 72. Likely to go for Hyper Voice, but not guaranteed, because it does see a kill, but only very few kills. We are going to swap Terriman to Hamilton. Okay. We are now able to secure KO with Rock Slide. It is slow, though, so Pyroar gets in one more Hyper Voice. This will likely use up... Oh, went for Fire Spin. Thankfully, that goes away once Pyroar gets KO'd. This is pretty ideal, I believe. Because we're definitely going to be in range for Drill Run on Fearow, but I don't think it'll use our Citrus Berry. Nice. Fearow sees a fast kill with Drill Run and only Drill Run. Double Edge and Brave Bird both max out at 57 damage. We are going to swap Arcanine to Chaucer to blank that ground type attack. This guy has a Scope Lens and Sniper, so he has Well, Drill Run is like a 1 in 2 chance to crit. All of his attacks do a fuckload of damage if they do crit you. To counteract this, it is now going to go for, I believe it's most likely to go for Quick Attack, but it could also go for Brave Bird or Double Edge. That's fine. The only move we don't want it to click is Drill Run, which it never can, because it is a ground type move and Chaucer is a flying type Pokemon. We are going to swap Chaucer to Laylaps, because Laylaps cannot be crit. Quick Attack, nice. Laylaps is slower than Firo, which means Zoom Lens activates. So, Stone Edge is a perfectly accurate move here. It's going to go for Drill Run that does a max of 51.7%. We cannot be crit. And lastly, in comes Arena Trap Trapinch, who does see a KO on us with Earthquake, but we are faster than it and Liquidation one-hit KOs. It is holding an Eviolite. A baby! Oh, I just noticed it's a level 80 baby, that's cute. Nice. Felt good to just dive face first into that one. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Our next fight is fun because it has a branching open. Depending on turn 1 of the fight, we have to handle the next Pokemon in one of 2 ways in order to rejoin the time streams. Okay. We have to get out this. Oh, god damn it. IRL babies are level 1 usually. That was a very high level baby. High skill ceiling baby. This is straight up like a gold 3 baby. Or sorry, diamond 3. Okay. Yeah, it's not remuting it. Weird. Yeah, I'll get it figured out. In the meanwhile, let's get our next fight figured out. Well, I say get it figured out, except it's already figured out. So let's review. This fight is so, like, almost easy, but it's a little bit of a pain in my ass. So, mostly just because this Turtonator in the back is real frustrating. So, first things first, we have Druddigon here. Druddigon has Sheer Force and a Roselli Berry. It's got Glare, Fire Blast, Gunk Shot, Dragon Claw. Nothing stops us from one-hit KOing it, so guess what? We grab Dragonite, and we click D-Meteor. It kills. Real easy. Fast kill, too. Drops our... What do we need to equip Dragonite with? Sharp Beak. Though I'm actually not sure we're using that in this version of the line. I think we changed how this one goes. So... We KO with Draco Meteor. Our special attack gets dropped to -2. Shiftry, though it is faster than us, sees that we kill it with Dual Wing Beat. Marowak sees a kill on us with Stone Edge, and Turtonator sees damage on us with Dragon Pulse, but not enough to kill us. Yeah, that's right, this thing has fucking Quick Claw, and that's what makes it frustrating. Quick Claw, Shell Smash, it's just a whole lot of difficult to figure out. So, Marowak sees a kill on us with Stone Edge. Earthquake, Stone Edge, Fire Punch knockoff. It always goes for Stone Edge. So, we are going to Shock of all shocks. Swap to Dreadnought. because Dreadnought never gets crit. We're equipping Dreadnought with the Life Orb to make Liquidation a 1-hit KO. We take Stone Edge, fine. We can't be crit. We're faster than it. We 1-hit KO with Liquidation. Our HP gets dropped down to about 25%, 65 to 25%. In comes Shiftry, seeing a kill with, I think, literally any move on its list. We are going to swap to Turtonator. Yeah. Is it just swap to Turtonator? It's got Bright Powder. What was our... Oh, because we're equipping Turtonator with Zoom Lens. That's right. Zoom Lens ignores Bright Powder. I'm like, what was my fucking plan here? My original version of this line had us teaching Dragonite Aerial Ace, which we could still potentially do. I also should just see if I have someone else who's better for KOing Marowak, because, like, you're slower. Lucario probably baits in Turtonator. And also, this thing is very physically defensive. Yeah, Stone Edge does too much to Greninja. Does too much to Roserade. I can't even find my guy. Where's my guy? Does a little too much to Slowbro. Yeah. I do think Dreadnaught's the best answer here. Oh, there's Lucario. Yeah, like, we live Stone Edge. We bait Earthquake into Dragonite, which could be funny. Because, hold on, if we gave it Surf... Doesn't kill. Okay. Yeah. We need high power stab damage. I do forget that while our Dreadnought has really bad defenses, it does still have a 30 attack stat, which is really nice, and a 31 HP. This thing was so almost great. Truly, if it just didn't have the 0 in defense. Like, if this thing had a 31. Yeah. Okay. So, we bait Random Move on Shiftry. We bring in Turtonator. We get hit by... Yeah, it doesn't have knockoff. Okay. We get hit by Random Move. We then get hit by Low Kick, most likely. We don't need to worry about Night Slash critting us because we can't be crit. Lastly, in comes Turtonator, who should see a kill on my Turtonator with Dragon Pulse. That is the important part. No number of attacks from Shiftry. High roll low kick into high roll low kick does at most 70%. Never knocks us into Flamethrower range, but it always knocks us low enough to bait Explosion over Shell Smash, especially because Explosion is a fast kill. Turtonator comes in. We are going to swap to Granbull on Dragon Pulse. We are going to pre-damage Granbull enough so that it sees a kill with Flamethrower. We are then going to swap to our pre-frozen Altaria on Flamethrower. Altaria has been pre-damaged to show a kill to Dragon Pulse. Altaria is going to Mega Evolve and click Perish Song, blanking Dragon Pulse. At this point, Turtonator is pretty liable to go for Shell Smash, so we are going to Roost while it Shell Smashes. The thing about Shell Smash is once it has an attack stat, specifically attack of +1 or greater, it doesn't go for Shell Smash. This does account for Granbull's Intimidate. So it will go to -1 and then back up to +1, meaning that it never... We don't have to worry about it clicking it multiple times. But, point is, it goes for Shell Smash, probably. It could also go for Flamethrower, which is fine. We are going to spam Roost twice. Turtonator is the last thing on the field, so it cannot explode. And then for our final swap out, we are going to bring Arcanine. Yeah. Yeah, none of Shiftry's attacks here can miss. All we need is Zoom. Cool. Yeah. Because, yeah, Dragonite isn't faster than Shiftry, so it's a little awkward to bring it in on random move and then Night Slash, I think. Where it's like, it's kind of hard to predict the amount of HP we're at to make sure that Turtonator always sees a kill with Dragon Pulse. Though it does see that we kill it with Draco Meteor. It's so annoying because if it didn't have Quick Claw, we could just KO Shiftry with Dragonite and then kill Turtonator with Draco Meteor in a 2-mon line. But it's fussy, so we had to incorporate some extra guys to make it work. I'm just making sure. Altaria, pre-damage to 166. That's... what? What's 166 supposed to be? Did I do it wrong? Hold on. Sorry, I now need to remember... was it that I had planned to pre-burn here? So 166 was just the number that worked for that? Hold on. 222 divided by 16 is 13. D-pulse 132 plus... oh, it's because we're coming in on a flamethrower. That's right. Yeah. So 166 minus 34 is 132, which is the lowest range for Dragon Pulse. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, and we never get burned. It doesn't matter if we get crit, it won't drop us into range to show another kill to Flamethrower. It just gets us down low enough to show kill to Dragon Pulse. Okay. Equip Dragonite with Sharpbeak, equip Dreadnought with Life Orb, Turtonator with Zoom Lens, Altaria with Altarianite. Granbull doesn't need anything. We can give Arcanine. Silk Scarf would be funny. No, yeah, just give Arcanine a Citrus Berry. Equip Arca with Citrus Berry. Yeah, okay. So, that's the line. Hope you guys don't mind even more Mount Pyre theme. Unfortunately, it's kind of a banger. Okay. Grabonite, Dragonite. Yeah, no, Laylaps gets 3 kills immediately at the start of this stream. Really wanted to overperform to prove me wrong for all of my bitching earlier. And you know what? Thanks for that, Laylaps. I am more than happy to be proven wrong. Yeah, no, thankfully, even when Turtonator sets up Shell Smash, it's not particularly dangerous to Altaria because we're guaranteed to get in at least one roost while safe. Okay. I guess we'll give you the Sharpbeak still. Laylaps. Life Orbs. Does it need to be the Life Orb? It probably has to be the Life Orb, right? Yeah, it only barely hits liquidation range with Life Orb. Okay. Sybil gets Zoom Lens. Duchess doesn't need anything. We're not going to bother giving Duchess anything. We don't want to complicate it. Because if we give Duchess a healing item, then it procs as soon as we send it out, and suddenly Turtonator doesn't see a kill with Flamethrower anymore, which means we send in a frozen Altaria that's still frozen, and we could fix that with Natural Cure, but it makes the whole thing a lot more fucky. Give Altaria Knight. Give Hamilton. You can have a Citrus Berry, my friend. You didn't get to eat your last one. Okay, looking at Turtonator here. Flamethrower does 108. Scripting. Pre-damage. Slot 4 to 108. Pre-damage. Slot 5 to 166. $166, 108. Pre-freeze Altaria. We can just do that from the lady at the counter. Apply freeze to Sterling. Okay. And it's really nice how well Turtonator bulks Flamethrower. Very cool. Okay. And this time, since we're not dealing with fucking poison sounds, the reason I didn't unmute last time was because I didn't want you to have to listen to 1,000 billion bazillion toxic damage ticks. Also, like, banger? Perpetual banger. I'm so glad I was cautious about looking out for... Oh, that's her hair! That's why her sprite looks like that. Okay. So chat, I mentioned earlier how I thought it was really funny how, like, despite having one of the cutest trainer portraits in the game, I always thought that, like, the female magma grunts look like they have, like, a 5 o'clock shadow in their overworld sprite. I now understand that that is their hair. That's really funny. Ugh, I don't like this. I don't like... Okay, cool. Oh shit, hey Zach Rock, welcome to stream. Here to lurk. Well, lurkers make the world go round, so I am not gonna complain. Alright, final vibe check. Dragonite, full HP, has Sharp Beak. Laylaps, full HP, has Life Orb. Sybil has Zoom Lens, full HP. Granbull, pre-damage to 108. No held item, no status. Altaria, pre-frozen, pre-damage to 166, holding Altaria Knight. Hamilton, full HP with the Citrus Berry. We're having a session and I am vibrating. Oh, you playing D&D right now? You're watching my stream mid D&D? I guess in that case, tell your party I said good luck, have fun. Click it. I'm trying to approach these fights with slightly more confidence. Out comes Deirdre. We click Draco Meteor. This one's pretty straightforward. Special attack is dropped. Next in should be Marowak. Good. Marowak wants to kill us with Stone Edge. We will not let it because we will swap to Laylaps. Stone Edge does a good bit to Laylaps, but not enough. Good, I did account for it missing. Okay, yeah. Shift Tree one-hit KOs Dreadnought with Leaf Storm, so the switch in order is the same. That fucking spooked me for a second. Okay, we outspeed, we one-hit KO with Liquidation. I'm like, no, I accounted for this, I just calced this fight 2 days ago. Oh, Jesus. Okay, cool. Income Shiftery, it's going to go for Leaf Storm or Leaf Blade. Either way, we are going to swap to Turtonator. Leaf Blade. Can't be crit. Does at most 9%. Thanks to the Zoom Lens, we ignore its Bright Powder and one-hit KO with Overheat. It's going to go for Low Kick or a very small chance to go for Night Slash. Good. This puts us in the range where we are showing other Turtonator a kill with Dragon Pulse. It's very funny how once you make it a certain distance into the game, moves missing is sometimes scarier than a crit. Real shit, though! This fucking Turtonator in the back has Quick Claw and Explosion! And requires a very delicate line to get past it. Okay. And it has Shell Smash to boost the power of that explosion. It wants to kill us with Dragon Pulse, so we are going to swap to Duchess, who is immune to Dragon Pulse. Duchess drops its attack by 1. We are immune. Our HP is low enough that it sees that it can kill us with Flamethrower, so we are going to swap Duchess to Sterling. Good, okay. We get dropped down to be just low enough to always show a kill to Dragon Pulse, so it will not click Shell Smash. We are going to Mega Evolve to become immune to Dragon Pulse and click Perish Song. It wouldn't be a Mayflower's 429 stream if we didn't find a way to force in a fucking Perish Song kill, now would it? We are immune to Dragon Pulse. It is very likely to go for Shell Smash, so we will use this as an opportunity to heal with Roost. We're back to full HP. Okay. +2 speed, attack goes to +1 instead of +2. Special attack is at +2. Defense is at -1. Special defense is at -1. It is faster than us. Yeah, so Flamethrower now does a max of 36.4%. It shouldn't click Shell Smash again because its attack is at least +1. We are going to click Roost again. Good. Spooks. Fell to 1. Fell to 1. Arcanine takes at most 19% from Flamethrower without crit. We swap to Hamilton. It cannot explode, for it is the final Pokemon on their team. And even if it did, it wouldn't kill Hamilton unless it got a crit explosion. We love forcing in Perish Song kills. They're really funny. Ugh. Mutter. I believe next up is the double battle. Okay. Now I believe next up... Oh no, it's not the double battle. Well then. With that being said, though, be very proud of me, chat. I'm making so much progress so fast. It also would not be a Mayflower stream if I wasn't in the process of begging for praise at any given moment. You know what? Let's find the Oraz version of Fall Arbor Town. Not Fall Arbor, Lava Ridge. It's technically Oldale Town. I'm zooming with caution and care. Okay. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. And give me that. Okay, let's see. So, next up, this is the funny line with the divergent strat. Chat, get hype for the hashtag timeline split. All based on whether or not they set up stealth rocks. Hannah, just confirming, Poltergeist ignores Bright Powder, right? Because holding an item makes it a sure hit move? I believe, is this another fight that starts with Dreadnought? It is another fight that starts with Dreadnought. I bitched so much about this goddamn Dreadnought. It's really funny. So, first things first, we need to teach Caracosta Rock Tomb, not Dreadnought. Which is fine, because Caracosta officially has a flex slot on its move list. So, we need Dreadnought, we need Gyarados, Turtonator, and Basculegion. We need Garchomp. And we need Caracosta. And then Basculegion again. So, this Colossal is shockingly annoying to calc around. Like, really frustrating to get the numbers right on. Reason being, it has a Quick Claw, it has Stealth Rock, it has Explosion. Okay, well, actually, Explosion isn't the issue here. But it has a Quick Claw, it's got Flame Body, it's got Burn Up, it's got Stone Edge. Like, it's just, there's a high variance here. Because you're not sure if you have to deal with Stealth Rocks. Because it's typically only a 1 in 6 that it even gets them up in the first place. Or sorry, a 1 in 5. Because I will note we want to KO with Liquidation. But if Quick Claw procs, it also does have a 2.5% chance to use highest damage move. And if you're fighting it with something that baits Burn Up, then you might not be able to KO it after it gets rid of its fire type because it goes before you. It's a whole fucking thing. So what we had to figure out was what was the best way to beat this thing's ass with Dreadnought. And what we decided is, because just making sure... Superpower 102, perfect. Okay. We actually kind of benefit from our Dreadnought being low speed in this fight. So, typically your standard turn 1 is simply Dreadnought clicks Liquidation and kills Colossal. 4 out of 5 universes, that's what happens. Nice and easy. We kill it. Don't need Life Orb. I think we want to give it, yeah, like a Citrus Berry. Yeah. So we KO it. The nice thing is that it then baits in Flareon with Superpower Guts Toxic Orb. While healthy, Flareon, words are hard, always sees a Superpower KO on Dreadnought from full HP. So Flareon is always coming in second. Now, if there are no Stealth Rocks on the field, we simply send in Gyarados, we eat a Superpower because that is the only move Flareon's going to click into Dreadnought. We drop its attack with Intimidate. We drop it again with Superpower. Its defense is already low enough. Gyarados one-hit KOs it with Waterfall. Now, the main thing is that it then is 1 point faster than Solrock, so it baits in Dracozolt next for kill with Bolt Beak. Our HP is never low enough to bait Dragon Claw. Now, assuming that instead, on turn 1, Colossal sets up Stealth Rocks we have to do things a little differently. Flareon comes out, we do the same line, send in Gyarados, drop its attack by 1. Thankfully, because of how it affects, like, damage ranges and stuff, like, regardless if it could kill with one move or another, it will always be a specific thing, because of, I'm doing my words really poorly here. Because we're dropping its stats, it is impossible for it to see a kill on us with multiple moves. It will always see that its highest damaging move here is Facade. Now, we could just beat it with Gyarados, but we're actually going to do something different. Now, the reason we started with Gyarados here is specifically so that way we get Flareon's attack down to -2. It's going to go for Facade. We are going to swap to Turtonator. Because Turtonator is crit-proof, setting Flareon's attack to -2 means that we never have to worry about it critting to ignore the stat drops. Now, Turtonator takes... Let me confirm here. It loses a quarter of its max HP to Stealth Rocks, and it has to take 2 Facades. So, assuming it has a Citrus Berry, 186. 186 divided by 4 is 46. So we are going to assume that we functionally have a max HP of 186 plus 46, 232. We lose a quarter of it to Stealth Rocks immediately, dropping us back down to our base HP. Citrus Berry basically just negates Stealth Rocks. We get hit by a Facade for 69. Lamau. Notably, it could go for Facade or Superpower here. Doesn't matter which one it goes for. We'd prefer it click Superpower because then it drops its stats even further. But we are going to bring out Turtonator, take that one Facade, say we lose max damage, 69. We are going to then take another Facade, dropping us down to 48 HP, and we're going to click Rapid Spin to clear rocks. At this point, we are down to 48 HP. Never baits Flare Blitz. Never baits Flame Charge because we're slower than it. I actually hadn't considered that it could go for Flame Charge into Gyarados, couldn't it? Or does Waterfall showing a kill prevent it from clicking Flame Charge? Hold on, Flame Charge is special AI. I need to confirm this. I might double check this in the Sil Calc. No Sun, Flareon, Gyarados. Okay, it could go for Flame Charge. Shit, I'm glad I caught that. Okay, we could... Let's see, what if Gyarados was slower than it? Then it always goes for Facade. Okay, so we could not worry about the Divergent line. We could just pre-paralyze Gyarados and always do the Turtonator pivot. You good over there?
Vessel again.
Chat, cheer for my wife. She's at Pure Vessel.
Again.
Chat, I'm gonna glance over my shoulder to stare at her.
Now I'm gonna get like performance anxiety.
Okay, I won't stare at her. I don't want to give her performance anxiety.
I'm gonna do bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so actually, I don't think this line is divergent at all. I think it follows a very straight path. Because, yeah, we want to make sure that Flareon here doesn't increase its speed, just because we don't want it to attack into Basculegion. Turtonator is thankfully slower than it naturally, so I don't believe it ever goes for Flame Charge. Yeah, never. So as long as Gyarados is pre-paralyzed, we just don't worry about attacking with it. So in that case, pre-paralyze Yer. Okay, I'm glad I caught that. So Turtonator comes in, and even after the +1 speed from Rapid Spin, we are still slower than... Oh my god, you made it? Oh, you died. Sorry. It's so hard to account for the stress that comes with, like, it being at the end.
He's so easy when you remember that his back leg basically doesn't exist. As long as you dash, so you land on his back leg, you're fine.
Really?
But it keeps stepping on his front toes.
Mm.
Like, I'm taking contact
Attack damage.
I'm an idiot.
I'm sorry. She's trying so hard, chat. Give it up for Mint Mod. Okay, so I guess actually this line doesn't really have a branch. The branch is we don't click Rapid Spin with Turtonator. We just use it as a pivot. No, we don't even need to use it as a pivot. We can just send it straight from Gyarados into Basculegion. Okay, so in that case, we'll just OH. So swap to Gyarados. Swap to Basque. OHKO with Liquidation. There we go. So there is technically a branch. No point in overcomplicating it by involving Turtonator. So, point is, Turtonator comes in, rapid spins away the rocks, does a little bit of damage along the way, and it never takes enough damage to bait Flare Blitz or Flame Charge. We then get a free swap into Basculegion by blinking both Superpower and Facade. We outspeed and KO with Liquidation. And Basculegion, notably, is faster than Solrock, but slower than Dracozolt, so it always baits in Dracozolt on Bolt Beak. Same as Gyarados. Which was the original idea, was that we could just kill it straight away with Gyarados, or we could pivot down the line to get to Basculegion to do the exact same thing by swapping in on full HP and then just baiting Bolt Beak. Dracozolt has Hustle into Fire Gem, so all of its attacks can miss, which, as Hannah said, once you make it a certain distance into this game, moves missing is sometimes scarier than a crit. We've got a Varley. Varley needs Soft Sand. But then Varley comes in on a 0 damage Bolt Beak, is faster than Dracozolt, kills with Earthquake. Very straightforward. Is faster than Solrock and outdamages it with Iron Head, so the AI will instead go for the thing that is faster than it, which is Talonflame. We are going to swap to Caracosta, I believe. Is Caracosta pre-statused in this line? I don't think it is, because being burned doesn't actually hurt us here, which is funny. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah. Because Stone Edge does so much damage to Talonflame that even if we're burned, it's still one-hit KOs. But we are going to bring in Caracosta. And we have to be a little thinky about this line, I believe, or this part of the thing. Oh, was it used knockoff and KO with Rock Tomb? Well, that doesn't quite work. Okay, so maybe we pre-status Caracosta? Because if we're giving it a Citrus Berry, then that means we're not going for Stone Edge. That's right, but Stone Edge still prevents it from setting up. And if we hit it at least once, its speed goes down, and it goes for Brave Bird into Basculegion, who is then no, it's not. It would just be Garchomp. It would be let it Brave Bird into Garchomp, kill it with Dual Chop. Okay. Point is, it's got Brave Bird, Will-O-Wisp, Swords Dance, Roost. Because we have Stone Edge, once we do a little bit of damage to it, it can no longer set up Swords Dance. That's right, it's a Focus Band, not a Focus Sash, so we don't need to damage it. It could go for Swords Dance on the turn we swap out of Garchomp, unless we wanted to pre-damage so low that we always bait Brave Bird. Which we could do, it just means we can't reincorporate Garchomp into the line. Thankfully, even at +2 attack, Brave Bird does not do that much, even if it crits. So yeah, I believe we're equipping Caracosta with a Citrus Berry. We are coming in, we're clicking Knockoff to get rid of its Focus Band, which could also burn us, because Flame Body. And then we're clicking Rock Tomb at least once. So, like, assuming we're burned, yeah, we'll do, like, 80%, assuming we, like, swap in on a Will-O-Wisp. And then at that point, it hasn't clicked Swords Dance, so we're fine to just kill it with Rock Tomb. But as long as we get off Knockoff into Rock Tomb, it can't set up Swords Dance because... it sees that we kill it with Stone Edge. It can't click Roost because it sees that we kill it with Stone Edge. It can't Will-O-Wisp because it sees that we are already burned. So we just raw swap back into Garchomp to have it Brave Bird into Garchomp, take a bunch of recoil, and if it's still alive after that and Rough Skin, we kill it with Dual Chop. At this point, Solrock comes in. It is the last Pokemon on their team. It has Bright Powder. It could go for, but because it's the last thing on their team, it can't explode. It could go for Will-O-Wisp. That is fine. It can go for Stone Edge or Zen Headbutt. I'm pretty sure it's kind of random based on what's out. Thankfully, it doesn't matter because we're swapping in Basculegion. Now, if Basculegion swaps in on a Stone Edge crit, it takes some damage. It then outspeeds and one-hit KOs with Spell Tag boosted Poltergeist. If it comes in on a Will-O-Wisp, well, a burned Basculegion still 2-hit KOs with Poltergeist, and burn damage for 2 turns plus max roll crit Stone Edge doesn't kill us. Yeah, 208. We have 299 divided by 16 is 18, so 299 minus 18 minus 18 is 263, way above Stone Edge kill range. It's got Bright Powder, but Poltergeist, I believe, is a perfectly accurate move as long as they're holding items. It can't miss. I asked about that earlier. Hannah, would you be able to confirm that that is in fact how the move works? But I'm like 90% certain. It's not written in like the bug list anywhere, right? Because there are bugs related to Poltergeist, but beyond that one, I think it has a bug similar to the burnout bug. Poltergeist hits Pokemon in semi-invulnerable states, such as diving and flying. It's the only one listed here. Hold on, I should confirm. Is she even here right now? She is not here right now, so she can't answer my question. Shit. Okay, gonna ask NIGHTCORE. Because it'd be really embarrassing if I fucked that up, but I'm like so certain. I'm so certain about this, but it would be really embarrassing to be wrong and die for it. Poltergeist being a sure hit move means it always bonks guys with Bright Powder, right? No wacky shit there with the minus ac effect. Please, for the love of God, someone answer my question, please. NIGHTCORE. Oh, it always hits Bright Powder Mons. Oh, hi, Hannah. Okay, perfect. I was so certain, but it was like, it's slightly different from my normal scenarios, so I like really wanted to triple check that, because it'd be really embarrassing to fuck that up. No, that's theoretically a plausible thing. If like it's triple bugged. Okay, yeah, so Basculegion always beats Solrock with a 2-hit KO if it comes in on Will-O-Wisp, or a 1-hit KO if it comes in on Stone Edge. Caracosta always has enough HP to deal with Talonflame. Yeah. Because, yeah, with a Citrus Berry, the most it can take is, like, if Talonflame Swords Dances on the turn Caracosta comes in, turn 1 we click Knockoff. We take 46.4 plus burn damage, 46.4 plus burn damage. With a Citrus Berry, we're definitely still in a safe range. There is also one final permutation, which is Dreadnought or Colossal proccing Quick Claw and clicking a move that isn't Stealth Rock. In which case, because it is turn 1 of the fight, it can never be Explosion, because minimum priority for Stealth Rock is +8. So it's either Stealth Rock or highest damaging move plus Coin Flip. And it would never be Burn Up, it would always be Stone Edge, meaning it always dies to Liquidation no matter what. So I think we actually just give this thing a Rostberry. So that way, in case it gets bonked by Flame Body, because there is no amount of damage that we could take from a Stone Edge that would drop us past the range that we bait Superpower. Yeah, but we still always bait Superpower. And even beyond that, Flareon just does the most damage to Dreadnought, which is funny. Okay. Okay. So, let's get our squad squatted up. Oop. Okay, good. Someone also double confirmed my question. So, the Gnaw is law. Get ourselves Aramaya. Turt. Basque. Zechomp. Yeah, I am correct though, Hannah, that Focus Band doesn't do the Focus Sash thing and lets the AI think it can set up when I show it a one-hit KO move. Caracosta. Gotta make sure we teach Caracosta Rock Tomb. Make sure its moves are in the right order. Stone Edge, knockoff. No, it would replace Surf. Okay. Making sure I have the right move set on Stone Edge, knockoff, Rock Tomb, Liquidation. Yeah. In a very strange order, but... Rock Tomb is really cool. I love that you get infinite of them as long as you have the money. Wants to learn Rock Tomb. Replace Surf. Cut speed. Okay. We are going to equip Laylaps with a Rost. A Rost berry, but never a Rachel berry. We don't give anything to Aramaya. We give a Citrus berry to Sybil, in case we gotta spin off some rocks. We give a spell tag to Diosa. We give Varley. I actually don't think we have a set item for Varley. Soft Sand. Right, because we don't KO without it. Theoretically, it doesn't need to be Soft Sand. It could be Garchompite, but then we don't have Rough Skin for beating up Talonflame. But, I mean... +2 attack, crit. Maybe we do use Mega Chomp. Because in theory, yeah, Talonflame with +2 attack from Swords Dance and lands a crit on Brave Bird does in fact kill Garchomp. But it doesn't kill Mega Garchomp. And we're faster than it anyways after Rock Tomb. 158. Yeah, Mega Chomp is faster. Okay, we get to see the debut of Mega Varley, who is faster than Dracozolt. Just had to confirm that. Yeah, and we do hella damage with Dual Chop. Even if we get, like, burned or something. Just confirming Mega Chomp can still kill Dracozolt with Earthquake? Definitely. Cool. Alright. I hate that I finally am good enough at Pokemon to understand that Mega Garchomp is bad because you can just give regular Garchomp Life Orb for functionally the same effect. It's like, let me do my Timmy shit. Let me turn my dragon into da big dragon with base 180 attack. Sorry, 170 attack. Like, the thing you Mega Garchomp for is for, like, the added bulk. Which is very funny. Okay, there's no pre-damage on anyone. We do have to pre-paralyze Gyarados. Gyarados. This is to show it reduced speed. Cool. You have a Rostberry in case you get flame-bodied. Okay, yeah. We can also theoretically fight Talonflame with Dreadnought if things get awful. Unlikely to need to, but... Dreadnought, I think, is even faster after 2 Rock Tombs. It is. Okay. Rostberry, no held item, pre-paralyzed, Citrus Berry, Spell Tag, Garchompite, Citrus Berry. Cool. I guess we could give Gyarados a Citrus Berry? No, because its HP's never low enough once Flareon is at -2 attack. Yeah. Critical hit superpower does at most 52... Okay, no, we do want a Citrus Berry. Critical hit superpower plus Stealth Rock's chip does bring us low enough to potentially show a kill to Flare Blitz. Though I think that does even less damage to Turtonator than Facade does, now that I think about it, but... Nah, that's cool. The main thing is to just never show it a kill with Flame Charge. So I do think we are good, actually. Yeah, because getting... Yeah, okay. No held item. Boop. Bip. Frostberry. Liquidation. Waterfall. It doesn't need to do anything. Rapid Spin. Liquidation. Spell Tag. Garchompite. Import my Garchomp to show it's holding that Chompite. Hashtag Chompite. I just need to double check one very small possibility. Let's assume -3 defense into a critical hit rapid spin. Okay, good. We can never accidentally kill Flareon with rapid spin. You can get shot. Well, toxic damage. Okay, I think there is an incredibly small chance we could accidentally kill Flareon with rapid spin, which would be really funny. But at that point, it would bait in Soul Rock, so theoretically, we can still beat Soul Rock with Basculegion, even if it comes in early, is the nice thing, because we're immune to Explosion. It's just a question of if we bait the right move on Dracozolt. Yeah. Okay, we're mostly fine. It's really stupid. Again, it's the clip of all time if we manage to kill Flareon, where it's like, it uses superpower into Aramaya, we take so much damage that it uses superpower into Sybil, and then it uses superpower into Sybil one more time, and we high roll crit rapid spin, and it takes a bunch of damage from poison. just need to double check. Talonflame plus Caracosta. Can never click Swords Dance. Okay, good. Yeah, it's always Brave Bird or Will-O-Wisp. Oh wait, this one has Power Gem instead of Stone Edge. I haven't updated the move list on this one. Rock Tomb. Full HP, full HP. Yeah. And even if we are burned. Yep. So that's the really nice thing, is that I believe, like, and also even if Talonflame is down to, like, 1 HP, yeah, never clicks Roost. Because Rock Tomb does more damage than Roost does. Alright. On to grunt number 6. I believe we just fought this guy. Dropping a save just in case anyways. Okay. Final vibe check. Laylaps. Rostberry. We don't have Rock Tomb on it, but that's fine. We aren't planning on using it. No held item on Gyarados. It is pre-paralyzed. You know what, Gyarados? We will give you an emotional support Oranberry. Because emotional support Oranberry does not fuck with the math, I promise. Citrus Berry on Turtonator, knows Rapid Spin. Full HP on Diosa, has a spell tag, knows Poltergeist. Full HP on Garchomp, has Garchompite. Terramin has a Citrus Berry, knows Knockoff, knows Rock Tomb. Alright. Hit it! Out comes Colossal, out comes Laylaps. I panicked for a second because I was on Basque Legion's page on the calcs instead of Laylaps, and they both have Liquidation in the top slot, and I saw that the lowest roll was 98.1, and I was like, wait! No, we're fine. Okay. Best version of turn 1 is no Quick Claw proc, no burn. Second best version is Quick Claw proc, set up Stealth Rocks, no burn. Stealth Rocks plus burn. Actually, probably the best version of this is just getting Stone Edged, right? I don't know. Either way, we're gonna click Liquidation. I think this is the first time a Quick Claw has procced on us. Stealth Rocks. Okay. We have accounted for this. We would still prefer to see no Flame Body. We'd like to hold on to that Rostberry in case we somehow need Laylaps for Talonflame. Okay, so that was, like, potentially the worst way that first turn could have gone, but we're at full HP. So no, I'm going to say that was second worst. Okay, next in should be Flareon. Good. Okay, Flareon wants to go for Superpower. We are going to swap to Gyarados. Gyarados is going to lose a quarter of its max HP to Stealth Rocks, and then in amount to Flare Blitz. This Flareon has not been poisoned yet, so it does not benefit from Guts. Intimidate drops its attack by 1. Superpower. Good. We didn't have to use our Oranberry. Its attack gets dropped to -2. Its defense is at -1. It is officially poisoned. Because we are paralyzed, it is faster than us, so it will not set up Flame Charge. It wants to click... I believe now that it is badly poisoned, it wants to click Facade. We are going to swap Aramaya to Sybil. Sybil takes at most 37% from Facade, loses a quarter of its max HP to Stealth Rocks. Good. We are going to click Rapid Spin. We are still slower than Flareon after Rapid Spin. By being at 61 HP, it never sees a kill with Flare Blitz, and it never sees a kill with Flame Charge, so it's only ever going to click Superpower or Facade. It's actually only Facade. Superpower never sees kill here. Though I suppose if it doesn't see kill with Facade, it could go for Superpower. It doesn't matter. We're going to swap Sybil to Diosa, who is going to blink a normal or fighting type move. Good. Diosa is able to outspeed and secure KO with Liquidation. Okay. Next in should be Dracozolt, because it is faster than us and kills with Bolt Beak. Notably, it only kills with Bolt Beak. We're going to swap to Varley. It does not take any rough skin damage, sadly, because Bolt Beak gets blanked, but it's still funny. Mega Evolve. Earthquake. Welcome to the scene, Mega Garchomp. We are still faster than Dracozolt after the speed drop from being Mega. Spooky. Next in should be Talonflame. Look at her teeths. So Talonflame, it's kind of random what it goes for here. I think it's heavily incentivized to go for Brave Bird or Will-O-Wisp with a decent chance to go for Swords Dance. Our best move we see it use here is Brave Bird, second best is Will-O-Wisp, worst is Swords Dance. We are going to swap Varley to Terramin. Brave Bird, nice. Okay, I think we always beat this with Caracosta now. It simply can't do enough damage, and it can never set up Swords Dance now. We are going to click Knockoff. It's probably going to Will-O-Wisp. Brave Bird again. Notably, you can get around Focus Band by just letting it KO itself with recoil on whatever it's fighting, but this is a little more, like, kind of consistent. Okay. No burn. All right, we try to kill it with Rock Tomb. I think even if we get burned here by Will-O-Wisp, we still get the KO. Yeah, no, I think it's even burned. Rock Tomb does a minimum of like 64%. Nice. And because we are burned, we know exactly what move Solrock is going to go for, being Stone Edge. We swap to Basque Legion. We always live a Stone Edge. Okay. We are faster than Solrock. Thanks to Spell Tag, Poltergeist is a one-hit KO. Bonk. Crit back. That's number 6. We have officially doubled the number of Team Magma Grunts we've beaten. Okay. Alright, team. We're like barely even 2 hours into the stream. Like, we're basically not even 2 hours if you don't count the 10 minutes of me waiting for people to roll in. Definitely hitting a stride. And believe it or not, I have the next fight calced too. Now, Hannah, I asked NIGHTCORE about this yesterday, and I believe I understand how it works, but I want to double check with you. I have a backup just in case I don't understand how it works. if a Pokemon, like, having Focus Sash or Sturdy affects Switch and AI, right? Like, if something sees a slow kill on my guy, even if I show a fast kill on it because it has Sturdy, it will still come in, right? If not, I have a contingency, but I believe that is how that works. We are in double battles in the sun. That's correct. You can trick things to die into stuff like Dual Wing Beat to come in early like that. Good. It's mostly just I want to make sure. Yeah, so Dragonite's about to get 4 frags. This line is kind of finicky. Or at least it was kind of finicky until I figured it out. Okay. So this one requires quite a bit of setup, though. So I think I'm actually going to use this as an opportunity to go pee real quick. So I will be right back. All right, we are back. 6 Pokemon, double battle in the sun. She's not very fun, friends. Once again, we're using Turtonator. Turtonator has continued to get insane value, for this team. This is notably also the last fight I have pre-calced. So I've been looking at the next one, but, the opening's pretty straightforward, but everything beyond that's kind of... Okay, so we need Dragonite in slot 1. Dragonite, where are you? There you are, Deirdre. I just heard the Twitch jingle. Jinx the Minx, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I do my usual ask how you found us, if you are inclined to share. Okay, so get that open. Yeah, so we need Dragonite, we need Mudkip, we need Turtonator, we need Garchomp again. I think we're even using Mega Garchomp again. Or it might just be citrus berry Garchomp. Either way, we're bringing Garchomp. No, I think it's Soft Sand Chomp. And then for the funnies, we are bringing Basculegion. Where is it? Dearest Basculegion, where did you go? And Delmise. It's the boys. What do you mean forms? Does female Basculegion? What? Hold on. Does Basculegion's gender affect its stats? Wait. Hold on, what do you mean, form? There's Basculegion... Oh, okay. I didn't know that Basculegion, yeah, has a gender difference. It seems like you can't access Basculegion F in this. But yeah, it has 100 special attack, 92 attack versus Basculegion's 112 attack and 80 special attack. Weird. I wish I knew what F stood for, because I don't know if it's female specifically. Huh. Okay. We are going to equip Dragonite with the Life Orb. It's gonna get real funny. We are relying on Dragonite's very specific set of skills: Dual Wing Beat, Draco Meteor, and Inner Focus, and its ability to learn any move you want to give it, including Icy Wind. Okay, this line is pretty artful. We need to level up Mudkip to 66. I think it's currently like 65, so, you know, F for fancy could be. Fancy Basculegion. Garchomp is here. We're going to assume it is Soft Sand Garchomp for right now. Export, import. And then, Delmise, we're not going to give the zoom lens. We're actually going to give the wide lens. I believe Power Whip is 90 accurate, so it's still 1% inaccurate, but zoom lens becomes ineffective against the Pokemon Delmise is being used to fight past a certain point, and Delmise doesn't need, like, the surety of, like, being able to land a hit immediately, thankfully. Okay. And then I think we gave Basculegion Muscle Band. Because we're going to experience a war of attrition. It's going to be very funny. So, first up on the block, Dragonite. Dragonite and Mudkip versus Ninetales and Executor. Mudkip at level 66 always shows a kill to specifically Flamethrower, never Heat Wave. Also, it doesn't click Imprison. I don't think that matters. Imprison's just a flat +6 to be used. We're never using Heat Wave, Flamethrower, or Scorching Sands, so that's fine. But yeah, it should always be Flamethrower turn 1. Executor is going to go for either Solar Beam or Psychic into Mudkip. Thankfully, it does not matter which. Mudkip is turn 1 going to click Protect. Dragonite with Life Orb is able to one-hit KO Executor with Dual Wing Beat. Both of them attack into Mudkip. Mudkip blocks both of their hits. Once Executor goes down, first thing in line is Jumpluff immediately sees a KO on Mudkip with only Solar Beam. It is also fast, it's got Leaf Guard, it's got a Focus Sash. However, Dual Wing Beat kills through Focus Sash. So turn 2, Ninetales still has its Fire Gem, because it didn't use it because it attacked into a shield the first time, or a Protect.
Pure Vessel.
Pure Vessel again?
Has May always been floating there in the middle of the box?
She's technically not floating. If chat chats enough, then it's actually right on top of where chat is. But
I don't think I ever really processed that she was there.
she hasn't always been there. I moved her there recently because I realized when I was doing my lines, my face was like down here in the sprite, and it was kind of blocking me. I could also theoretically just have her like up yonder, because that doesn't really get in the way. Anyways, so because Ninetales clicked an attack into a Protect, it doesn't lose its Fire Gem. This is very important. So on this next turn, Jumpluff is going to go for Solar Beam, Ninetales is going to go to Flamethrower. They're both going to attack into a Turtonator. Turtonator cannot be burned, and takes very little damage and cannot be crit, so the damage variance here is very slim. The main thing is to make sure that once Turtonator takes that damage, it always shows a kill to only Scorching Sands and Close Combat. And thankfully, once it clicks Flamethrower into Turtonator, it uses up its Fire Gem, no longer showing a kill to Flamethrower. Showing big damage to Flamethrower, basically. So, we are going to swap to Turtonator. Dragonite is going to OHKO Jumpluff via Dual Wing Beat. In comes Arcanine. Arcanine has Intimidate and an Aya Papa Berry. Intimidate, thankfully, does not affect Dragonite because of Inner Focus. So we are still at the same attack stat we were at before. It sees that it does some damage to Dragonite with Flare Blitz, but we have pre-damaged Turtonator such so that it should always see a kill on it with Close Combat. The thing that makes this Arcanine kind of annoying is its Aya Papa Berry. Notably, if it does click Close Combat into something and land a hit with it, it would reduce its stats low enough so that Dragonite with a Life Orb would be able to one-hit KO with... You did it?
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Time to lose my shit to his girlfriend.
At least you have her unlocked to practice. You're making progress, babe. I'm so fucking proud of you. She's made it to Absolute Radiance. D-Knight is too whimsical and pure-hearted to be intimidated. Turtle, can you confirm that about Deidre? Is she too whimsical and pure of heart? Okay.
I forgot how to fight this thing.
But while we could KO it easily with Draco Meteor, we're not going to do that. What we are instead going to do is let that Close Combat and Ninetales' Scorching Sands shoot into Garchomp. You die immediately?
What is happening?
Oh, she's getting her shit rocked. My poor wife. My poor wife. So we're going to assume no held item here for right now. Because I don't think we need a held item. That isn't like a healing item. Garchomp has been pre-frozen, so that way it gets thawed by Scorching Sands on the swap-in. And just lives Close Combat. Now, the thing is, the way that we're going to deal with these guys is the problem is that both Ninetales and Arcanine are faster than us. Dragonite could one-hit KO Arcanine off of that Close Combat simply by clicking Draco Meteor into it. But then Ninetales is faster than both Dragonite and Garchomp, so it's clicking an attack into a random slot, or it's maybe clicking in prison. It's impossible to predict. What I realized is we could teach Dragonite Icy Wind, a move that does very low damage, but reduces the speed of both Pokemon in a double battle, making them both slower than Garchomp. Dragonite is a flying type. Garchomp has Earthquake. Dragonite flies over Earthquake after Arcanine's defense drop from Close Combat. It very easily dies to Earthquake in doubles. Ninetales takes 84.9%. I'm not 100% certain on this, but I believe... Here, let me check. I think I could just use Extreme Speed. But yeah, so Arcanine always dies to Earthquake. Ninetales, I'm pretty sure after 2 Icy Winds dies to Earthquake, or we could just click Extreme Speed into it. Doesn't matter. No, she just knows that nothing can kill her permanently, so there's no point in being afraid. Respawn mechanics are real for her because I'm evil, which is also the opposite of how Run and Bun works. A game where respawn should be a mechanic does not exist. You'll get used to it. That's how I felt every time I encountered Pure Vessel.
How are you supposed to do anything?
Okay. Point is, Ninetales is now slower than Dragonite, Arcanine is now slower than Dragonite, and of course they're both slower than Garchomp. Garchomp kills Arcanine with Earthquake, most likely kills Ninetales, not guaranteed, but to compensate, Dragonite is going to click Extreme Speed into Ninetales. At this point, Dragonite has used 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack, 4 attack. It has taken 4 chips of Life Orb damage. This is very important. And by clicking Extreme Speed, we guarantee we get that 4th chip, because we get to go before Garchomp does. Because if Garchomp kills both targets, we don't hit anything. So Dragonite has 239 HP. It loses 23 HP every time it uses a move with Life Orb. Drops us down to 216, 193, 170, 147. Dragonite is in slot 1. So after we KO Ninetales, Miltank sees that we do more damage to it than it does to us, but it is faster than us. Donphan, however, sees that the minimum damage on Stone Edge is 152. This is, of course, the one Deirdre that can die for real, but she doesn't know that. Oh my god, she has headphones on and can't hear us. No, Deirdre, she's got AirPods in. Look out for the truck. Okay. Point is, after taking 4 turns of Life Orb Chip, Donphan always sees a Stone Edge kill on Dragonite. The thing that makes Donphan problematic is Sturdy and Custat Berry. Custat Berry, because it doesn't set priority, it sets speed, and can be eaten mid-turn, does create a dynamic speed issue. So if we were to say, hit it with Draco Meteor, and then had Garchomp secure KO on it, it would actually get hit with Draco Meteor, eat its Custat Berry, become faster than us, kill Dragonite with Stone Edge. But instead what we can do, Garchomp is faster than Donphan. It can click Earthquake, does at most 47% to it. Hell, we could even do Iron Head, because it does a minimum of 19. Garchomp acts before Dragonite. Why do we have Sachet on it? That should be not that. It should be a Citrus Berry. That's funny, though. So Garchomp has a Citrus Berry. It's able to click Iron Head into Donphan, doing enough damage to break Sturdy and put it into kill range of Life Orb boosted Draco Meteor, but not so much that it would ever risk proccing Stone Edge. Oh yeah, but the thing we were talking about earlier is it has Sturdy, which means that it doesn't think that Dragonite can one-hit KO it with Draco Meteor, so it will come in. Otherwise, it would see that Dragonite came in, or would kill it, so Miltank would come in next, because Dragonite at least doesn't threaten kill on Miltank. And we don't have a different spot where we could have clicked Draco Meteor to drop our special attack, and we need the Life Orb to be able to KO Executor with dual Wing Beat. So we had to do a little bit of finagling here. We did have a backup in case Miltank came in next, which I actually felt pretty proud of. Point is, Garchomp breaks Sturdy, does 10%. Dragonite gets the KO with Draco Meteor. In comes Miltank. Thick Fat, Leftovers, Body Press, Return, Milk Drink, Curse. It can just boost itself like crazy. It's really hard to kill. It's super fucking annoying. It has no moves that can hit Ghost types. It has no moves that hit Ghost types. At all. So, we bring in Delmise. We bring in Vasculegion. We click Liquidation because Superpower drops her own stats. We click Liquidation because it has a chance to drop its defense. We click Power Whip. We try to eventually win the War of Attrition. It should work eventually. If we need to, we can swap back into something that lives a hit and kills with a special attack, because it's spamming Curse, so it's dropping its own speed. That's why we're using Wide Lens instead of Zoom Lens, because like at a certain point, it becomes slower than Delmise, meaning that it no longer works if it clicks Curse enough times. And Curse boosts its defenses, but I mean, ideally, we just crit it eventually. And again, Liquidation drops its defense. Now, the strat for in case Miltank comes in second is we still do the double swap, and we just, at one point, turn 1, we have Basculegion click Superpower into it. The reason for that is it drops its defense by 1, which means, even though it's at full HP, once Donphan comes in, Natural Gift is a physical attack, so it always sees a one-hit KO on only Basculegion with Natural Gift, meaning we can always make sure we know where Natural Gift is going once Donphan comes in to send in a thing that could live crit Natural Gift, which would likely be Garchomp. Or potentially even like Turtonator. It lets us control for the RNG a little bit. I felt very clever about that. Anyways, that's the line, baby.
I can't see your attacks.
So, let's get our shit done. I should probably change the tab. There we go. Okay, so move Pokemon. Get D-Knight. We already have Turtonator. It's even in the right slot. Drop Laylaps down here. Go grab a member of the Cutie Brigade. Where's Maisie? Maisie is still level 74. Grab Garchomp, who's probably already on the team. I think so is Basculegion. We've got a very homogenized group of guys for this part of the game. Yeah, funny. Okay. We should probably move off everyone's items. Back that. Back that. I think that's everything. Bag that. Bag that. Okay. Dragonite gets Lorb. And notably, I checked along the way, Dragonite never puts itself into a kill range of an attack while it's like taking its life orb chips over the course of multiple turns. Rock gets the funny mittens. Just for emotional support mittens. Sybil doesn't need anything. Varley gets a citrus berry. Diosa gets the muscle band. Because it boosts the damage of the 2 of its attacks that can hit. Mordwin gets the zoom lens. Or the wide lens. It's probably way up here. Okay. Heal everyone up. Teach Dragonite Icy Wind. Which we can also buy infinite of. Such a cool move. Get rid of Surf for it. We are going to pre-freeze Garchomp because Scorching Sands thaws Pokemon. This is to make sure that Varley doesn't get burned and can still hold a Citrus Berry. Knife Orb, Muscle Band, Wide Lens. Yep. Oh, we need a pre-damage Turtonator to 125. Let me confirm my math on the Turtonator. So, Turt is 186. We want to pre-damage it to 125. 125. Because it's going to come in on Jumpluff Solar Beam. Lowest roll is 20. So minus 20, drops it to 105. And it comes in on Fire Gem Boosted Flamethrower. Lowest roll is 46. Drops it to 59. Definitely shows a kill to Scorching Sands. Doesn't even show a kill to Gem Boosted Flamethrower. Notably, always shows a kill to Close Combat. Never Flare Blitz, never Wild Charge. We need to make sure that it's not Flare Blitz, because ideally we don't want to burn Garchomp, even if Flare Blitz does less damage than Close Combat. It actually does more damage. Yikes. Anyways, so that always sets us to Close Combat. Now we need to make sure 125 minus High Roll Solar Beam is 24. And High Roll Gem Boosted Flamethrower is 55. Is 46. right above Flare Blitz. Highest roll is 39. Ninetales no longer has a fire gem. Flamethrower does a max of 37. So yes. Okay. I think this is a really cool line. Also, correction, Dragonite isn't getting... Oh, yeah, no, Dragonite is getting 4 frags. Never mind, I thought it was getting 5 for a second. Okay, so we need to pre-damage Sib. Scripting. Pre-damage. Slot 3 to 125. And we need to make sure we level up our Mudkip, because we don't want to show a kill to Heat Wave, because we don't want Heat Wave hitting Dragonite, and we don't want it to lose its Fire Gem too early. Let me save before I do the level up here. Confirming that it is 66. Yes. 65 barely shows kill to Heat Wave, while still always showing kill to Flamethrower. That's right. Gotta remember about this. There we go. I shouldn't give Rock the protective pads. Rock's permanent held item is the Everstone. Huh. Panicked for a second. There we go. Okay. Endless Candy. 62. 63. 64. Trucks on hit Pokemon Doodrun. She gets Isekai'd into Final Fantasy XIV, the setting where she can't die. SMH. 66. Okay. I'm really glad that we've managed to keep Rock's level as low as we have this entire time. Like, the fact that it's like 15 levels or 13 levels below max right now is pretty impressive, I think, for how sparing we've been with it. And once again, another line that only works because we haven't evolved it into a Marsh Stomp yet. Because Maisie couldn't do this. Maisie always shows kill to Heat Wave and Flamethrower, because of course she does. And if we were a ground type, I think we would never show kill. Like, yeah. Yeah, definitely not. Okay. Confirming our guys. Mudkip is level 66. We have taught Icy Wind to Dragonite. Turtonator has been pre-damaged to 125, and we have pre-frozen Garchomp. Okay. Let's fucking get this shit. All right. And yeah, no one knows any moves that could cause Ninetales to use Imprison. Because I think it's like a +9 to use it if you have one of the moves on the list, and a -20 if you do not. Even then, Ninetales is seeing quick kills on everything until the turn it's around to die. Just fought that guy. I don't think I'm about to get jumped, but better safe than sorry. New room. That's a really funny trap. Because I'm assuming the second grunt is hidden, like, right up there, right? And I didn't just, like, miscount. So I should be safe to walk here. Yeah. Funny. Okay. Life Orb, Everstone for the funnies. No held item. Pre-damage to 125. Pre-frozen has a citrus berry. Has a muscle band. Has a wide lens. Saving just in case we get left guide. Because having the right Pokemon in the right slot is in fact important here. Because, like, Garchomp typically baits Donphan, but it's not guaranteed, depending on how low its HP is. I think Ratios could have Milk Tank come in, potentially. Okay. Say hello to Magma Grunts 7 and 8. Ninetales is facing Deirdre. Good. Drought. Everything on their side is faster than us. Thanks to Life Orb, Dual Wing Beat, One Hit KO's Executor. Both of them are going to attack into Rock. Rock is going to click Protect. Got him. Crit mattered. Ooh! Crit mattered! Deidre has realized she got trucked. Ooh! Alright, that's our first Life Orb tick. Jumpluff sees Quick Kill on Mudkip with Solar Beam. Yeah, Deirdre was feeling some fucking vengeance. Okay. That was a 1 in 256. Holy shit. Dual Wing Beat into Jumpluff. Rock now swaps to Sybil. Solar Beam instantly procs because of weather. Can't crit. Eats its fire gem to do boosted damage into Sybil. That's about 24 to 29%. I was waiting to see crit number 3. Okay. Down goes the Pluff. Deirdre was hurt by Life Orb. Alright. Out comes Arcanine. Intimidate does not drop Deirdre's attack because of Inner Focus. Does drop Sybil's. It doesn't matter. Just confirming, Sybil's HP is at 52. I believe we needed to be at 59. Yeah, we need to be below 59, but above 39. Perfect. And same for Ninetales, now that it no longer has its fire gem. Flamethrower tops at 37, so it's always going to be Scorching Sands. Deirdre is going to click Icy Wind to hit the both of them and drop their speeds. We are going to swap Sybil to Varley. Varley has been pre-frozen, so that Scorching Sands thaws her. My cool-ass, bulky-ass dragon. I'm glad I got the Citrus Berry. Jeepers. I don't think Citrus Berry would have affected anything, actually, but I'm still glad I have it. Deirdre used Icy Wind. This drops both of their speeds, so they are now both slower than Deirdre and Varley. God, I am looking at the fact that it's like I'm in Magma Hideout and I'm using a fucking Dragonite and a Garchomp simultaneously. My box is cracked. Okay. To make sure that we have suffered the proper amount of life orb recoil, Deirdre is going to click Extreme Speed into Ninetales. Varley kills with Earthquake. Deirdre is flying, so Varley's Earthquake does not hit her. Does not affect Deirdre. Arcanine dropped its own defenses from that close combat. That's a 2-hit KO. Or a double KO. Not 2-hit. You get what I mean. Also, okay, no, sorry. Deirdre only gets 3 frags in this fight. Boo-hoo. Now in should be Donphan. Good. Okay. Donphan has a Custat Berry. We were relying on the fact that Varley is faster than Deirdre. Deirdre is going to secure the KO with Draco Meteor, but Varley is first going to use Iron Head to break its sturdy without proccing its Custat Berry, and do the requisite 10% to make sure we get the KO. Onk. Out comes Miltank. Miltank is real funny. Time for the war of attrition, baby. Confirming something. How much damage can Return do to Varley? Enough, or not Varley, Deirdre. Enough to kill Deirdre. Not enough to kill Varley. Varley doesn't do that much damage to it, but I think I might still have Varley bonk it with Iron Head. The Double Dragon and Double Ghost tag teams in this fight. Genuinely, though. Oh my god. Okay, so we're definitely going to swap D to... we'll make D Mordwin. And then, yeah, I think the better version of this is because Varley never gets killed by Return, it should try to get off an Iron Head to hopefully flinch Miltank, just to not have Curse come up. And if it does attack into Varley, it hitting into Rough Skin would be good for us. Like, 123. Yeah. So I'm going to Iron Head. We want to see flinch. Curse. Okay. Speed -1. Attack +1. Defense +1. This thing's gonna be really fucking annoying. I should also probably track its PP, TBH. I don't think we have to worry about struggling here. We would need to get really unlucky, but I should confirm. Better safe than sorry, you know? So, let me just double check in the AI doc, or in the trainer battle doc. Need to see its move order. Top move is Return, not Body Press. Okay. God, Return has a lot of PP, doesn't it? Ooh, it's got 32 PP. Well, time to start chipping. Yeah, we get it with Power Whip. Power Whip still does 33% with a boost to defense. I believe it's now guaranteed to see a kill into Varley, so we're gonna swap Varley to Diosa. Oh, okay. This is gonna be really annoying. But that's why we have Diosa, is because Liquidation can drop its defense, potentially. Because it's got Milk Drink, so it can heal off all that damage it just took. It's really frustrating. Oh boy. I should have given these two Lepa Berries. But any crit ignores all those defense boosts. Worth noting. Okay, Rapid Spin has 40 PP. We're definitely beat it in the PP stall. Anchor Shot has 20. I suppose the issue is Diosa. Shadow Sneak has 30. Yeah, I think we're fine. Oh boy. The nice thing is that it increasing its defense does actually kind of have diminishing returns past a certain point. Crit. Hey boy. Yeah, I don't think we need to track the PP stall, because I don't think we ever have to switch around our guys. I am now realizing Struggle could probably hurt once it's at high enough stats, though, so that could be an issue. I'm actually kind of getting a little freaked out now that I might have a death. That's not good. Okay, it has only used Milk Drink and Curse. Can it only use Milk Drink and Curse? Because what I'm thinking is its speed is incredibly slow now. So I think as long as I get its HP low enough, Dragonite with Life Orb does 72.3. No, because it won't attack. I believe... Hold on. I think we have a way through this. Because, yeah, let me see. If it's fighting a Ghost type, it can only ever click Milk Drink or Curse. Which means... it's dependent. Because it's currently at +3, right? Because what I could do, I can wait until it uses Curse to set its speed to -4, then swap to Dragonite and Turtonator for 2 special attacks that are faster than it. That works, because it should never attack. So in that case, I'm actually going to... I don't think it heals this turn. I think it sets up Curse again. And I'll click Shadow Sneak. Curse. Okay, that should be -4. It is speed tied or slower than... It is slower than Turtonator by 2. Okay. But yeah, I'm correct, right? It should never, especially because it's missing some HP, it should always be Milk Drink or Curse here, right? Let me double check. So let's say it's at like 90% of max HP. And it's at +4 attack, +4 defense, -4 speed. Silcalc says it's never Curse. Okay. Turtonator does 50% with Draco Meteor. Deirdre does 72% with Draco Meteor. It is kind of crazy that Body Press doesn't even kill Dragonite at +4. That's pretty cool. Okay. So we are going to swap Mordwin. I wanted to make sure that I didn't have all of its moves currently at -20 is the big thing. Okay. This should work. Okay, we're good. Double dragon time. Although, actually, we're in the sun. Why does overheat do less than Draco? Thick fat, that's why. Draco Meteor. Draco Meteor. Hashtag double dragon. Okay, that was a little stupid. I'm glad my dumbass plan was recoverable. I kind of didn't even... I just kind of assumed that we would eventually be able to get it into a place where it wouldn't be able to heal anymore. It is worth noting Body Press had 32 PP and Milk Drink only has like 5. We would have probably still been able to win that with the Ghosts, I think. Like, even through max defense, I think we do more damage than Leftovers heals. And eventually we would, like, land a crit. I do think we always win that War of Attrition, but that was definitely a much faster way to win that War of Attrition. Ugh. Golly. Okay, escape rope. Well, that was, what, 4 fights? 4 fights or 3? Hold on, it was the double battle, it was the Colossal team. Yeah, it was 4 fights, one of which being a fucking double battle, so we beat 5 trainers. Worth noting, there are only 15 grunts in the entire Magma Hideout. I was more concerned with the PB on your moves. I was too... We could have, in theory, spammed Shadow Sneak and Phantom Force until it ran out of milk drinks and curses. Because I do think... let me look at the decks. Who upbeaten they trainers? Curse. Because Curse has a max of 10 PP, and I think Milk Drink is 5. Yeah, Milk Drink is also 5. Okay. Yeah. We would have stalled that without too much effort. Shadow Sneak has 30 uses. And Phantom Force is a 2-turn move. Excuse me. Good job, squad. Sorry about the spooks. Thank you, Deirdre, for saving the run again. Also, hi, Fia. Welcome to stream. Okay. Let me just get this chunked off of here. Yeah, so we have Grunt 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 4 fights to Hell Room. We are rapidly approaching Hell Room, which is fun. That being said, after that one, we are approaching 3 hours, and there is a part of you that kind of wants to, like, not push it too hard. Let's take a look at this next one, at least. Set her back to singles. No field effects. Gonna also do that in the Silcalc, so I don't accidentally oopsies. God. Did someone at me in NIGHTCORE? Probably. One second. Treats it as if it were, as it would magically for Aerial Ace. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. In reference to me asking you about Bright Power an hour ago. Golly. Okay. 5 guys, comma burgers, comma fries. Nice thing about this fight is... Where is she? Hey, guess who gets to show up again? Guess who gets to show up again as a lead? It's Dreadnought. Togekiss has Super Luck and Scope Lens. It's doing the auto crit strat. Dreadnought can't be crit. It doesn't bait Air Slash. Notably, Dreadnought can also learn Rock Tomb, which 2-hit KOs Togekiss, and the first hit does in fact make Togekiss slower than Dreadnought, so we don't even need to do like Stone Edge shit. And we always take a set amount of damage. We always know exactly the range we're going to be at. So with the power of, I think just, maybe not an Oranberry. Yeah, with a Citrus Berry, we always guarantee show a kill to Earthquake on Seismitoad. And it's a fast kill because AI sees it as winning speed ties, which means Seismitoad doesn't want to set up Stealth Rock. So it's guaranteed to go for Earthquake. All we have to do is show it a kill. Ooh, hold on. Dhelmise with Zoom Lens. You actually might be the answer I was looking for here. My original plan was to bring in Talonflame. Hold on, at +1 speed. You're still slower. Its highest damaging move is Sludge Wave, never Muddy Water. Though I actually don't think Zoom Lens negates Bright Powder on Power Whip. So that probably wouldn't work. Yeah. So the idea here is bring in something that is immune to Earthquake, but then like guaranteed dies to a move. All it requires is a little bit of pre-damage. Talonflame doesn't need to be slower because it's not Seismitoad's first turn on the field, it's its second. So Stealth Rock's highest priority is +7. So slow kills always beat it in priority. If we bait Muddy Water, that is a free swap into Roserade, who is then able to, even if we get a Muddy Water accuracy drop, 1-hit KO with Magical Leaf. At this point, Roserade shows a fast kill to Slowbro, shows a fast kill to Electrode, doesn't show a fast kill to Dhelmise. So their Dhelmise always comes in next. This is where the line gets a bit more complicated, because specifically being able to get around this Dhelmise and this Slowbro is a little awkward. If we can guarantee that Slowbro clicks Psychic, it gets beaten in the 1v1 by Zoroark. But it's actually kind of hard to guarantee that. The range between Psychic and Flamethrower is a little more slim than... Oh, well, hold on. It depends on the Pokemon. I believe currently I've looked at... What's with Muscle Band? Yeah, because if Basculegion comes in on Phantom Force, that would be problematic. And Zoroark takes too much damage from Anchor Shot. Because it's like, it's most likely to be Phantom Force, but it could be Whirlpool, but it could be Anchor Shot. Basically, the only thing we know it's not going to be is Giga Drain. Like, depending on... Because Muddy Water can miss, so we could pre-damage enough to make sure we always at least show a kill to Phantom Force or Anchor Shot, at which point it's at least going for those and not Whirlpool. Yeah, because Muddy Water will never crit, but... Yeah, because we show a kill to Slowbro, so it never comes in. But if our HP is too low and we show a kill to Foul Play, Electrode could come in, and we definitely don't want it to come in too soon. But I don't think that's too much of a problem. I think lowest roll on Anchor Shot. So 119 plus... Or actually, no, we only need lowest roll of Phantom Force. We just need to show it a kill with a move. So 135 plus... Sorry, 133. Plus... I suppose it would be no damage on Muddy Water, because it has a 5% chance to miss. So 133, and then minus critical hit Muddy Water, which is 49. Is 84. Definitely shows a kill to these two, but not Whirlpool, and not Giga Drain. So we can get a guaranteed Phantom Force or Anchor Shot. We could potentially just bring in Dragonite, who takes similar amounts of damage to both moves, and then with Life Orb can KO with dual Wing Beat. We always live crit hit plus our own recoil. And notably, we then should always bait in Slowbro, I believe. Well, hold on. 40%. No, I think we would bait in Electrode. Well, no. No, I do think we bait in Slowbro on Psychic. Probably. I don't know if we guarantee Psychic is the problem. We might be put into Flamethrower range. Because, like, we could use... No, because Talonflame dies to crit Psychic. This is where things start to get kind of awkward, right? Because let's assume we get hit by lowest roll of Anchor Shot. So we are at 239 minus 89 is 150. Or plus, or I suppose minus the 39 from Life Orb. Or 23 from Life Orb. So we're down to 127. Too high to show a kill to Psychic. But if we were to get hit by, say, crit Phantom Force, we lose 85. No, that is above Flamethrower. Well, from current HP, from max HP, and that's the problem. I do think Draco Meteor does stop it from using Calm Mind, though. Okay, never mind. So I do think Dragonite's consistent here. Because Dragonite, if Dragonite... No, the issue is if we get hit low enough to potentially show Electro to fast kill. That's the problem. Which happens if we get hit by critical hit Phantom Force does 74 to us. Shows a kill to Foul Play. Even though we show a kill with Draco Meteor. Theoretically, if we had, like, Tailwind up, but... we don't really have a way to do that now, do we? Unless we incorporated, like, a Noivern. We don't have a way to somehow make Dragonite faster than Dhelmise, but slower than Slowbro. I'm gonna go. Hope you have fun, Calkin. Thanks, Rose. Hope you have a good one. Eldegoss, I think, dies to Phantom... No, it doesn't die to Phantom Force, right? It needs to be 66%. Well, it doesn't do anything to Dhelmise. It does stuff to Slowbro. Right, the issue with this Slowbro, notably, is its Quick Claw. It'd be really easy to kill if it didn't have that. Because the idea is for beating this Slowbro, we bring in Zoroark on a Psychic, knock off its Quick Claw, and then kill it with Night Days. This Electrode is evil. It's not that bad if I can get it in last. It's really annoying, but it's not that bad. It's pretty bad, but it's not that bad, you know? Because, yeah, Electrode has Bright Powder, has Static, has Foul Play and Swagger, and it has Explosion if it comes in too soon. A real bitch of a guy. Now, I wonder if I did special attack -2. Okay, maybe I could bait in Slowbro third. Pre-damage Rose so that we always... but Muddy Water can miss. Muddy Water can miss. It's so frustrating that Muddy Water can miss. And it's only like a 5% to miss too, I think. I should be using a different deck for that. Hold on. Yeah, 95% accurate. And there's no way to make ourselves easier to hit. I can't give Roserade a ring target. Be really cool if I could. Cause... yeah. Even just pre-damaging down to a range where we always show a kill to Psychic. Though, I suppose, actually... no, we just have to hit the top end of Psychic, because we show fast 2-hit kill even with the -2 special attack. As long as we show Slowbro a kill. Okay, so... let's see. We would be at 156. That shouldn't be opens toke. It should be opens toke. Okay, so 156 minus critical hit muddy water is 49. Is 107. Barely above flamethrower range. All right, we got it. So this baits in Slowbro next to always clicking Psychic, which means free swap to Zoroark. All we need is a Rostberry to make sure that we don't die to critical hit Flamethrower. Turn 1, knock off its Quick Claw. Turn 2, KO with Night Daze. At which point, we probably bait an Electrode, though. Which is an issue. I mean, I could knock off its Quick Claw and then KO with someone else? Like... Dragonite needs Life Orb to 2-hit KO Delmise. It would still bait an Electrode because it's a fast 2-hit KO. But if we didn't have Life Orb... Yeah, it's just always lurking, looking for a KO because you're definitely not faster than it. It's like... if I could get Delmise in second, right? That would be really good. But it's really hard to find a guy who beats Togekiss and is, like, only dead to Delmise. And it's like, theoretically, we could find another guy who is faster than Seismitoad and learns Magical Leaf. This could theoretically include Eldegoss, if we were willing to get rid of Energy Ball, because it would drop its own speed hitting us. But then it would always be baiting in Slowbro on Flamethrower, probably. Well, no, if we show it a fast kill with Leaf Storm, it would show that it outdamages Electrode. It baits in Delmise, but we have the same problem as before. So it needs something that can use a sure hit move. And call me crazy, I don't think Sawsbuck's going to be able to hit that range. Magical Leaf. Yeah, not even a little bit. Sadly, Dragonite can't learn Magic Leaf. That'd be really funny if it could. I mean, do I have something that can swap in on Earthquake and just get the KO? Probably not because of Bright Powder, but... okay. Hurricane from Pidgeot ain't gonna do it. I don't know, Pidgeot, what is your... you have a Poison type hidden power, that's not helpful. Kecleon does have a Grass type one, but we could miss. Arcanine Hisui has Grass type, Excadrill. Oh, it's all of my physical attackers that have the Grass type hidden powers. Yeah, and Ledian. Okay, what if I did Ledian locking it into Earthquake? Because Marps outspeeds it. Encore on Earthquake, so that way it can't set up Stealth Rocks. But then it's stuck clicking Encore. Like, I could just keep tapping it in, tapping into it with like Rock Smash or Tailwind until it swaps out. Like, as long as we guaranteed no. It would always be Delmise. which is funny. But it also means clicking Rock Smash into it can't do anything. Well, we could always replace Rock Smash or Brick Break with another move, right? Not that hitting into it is going to do that much, I think. We could get Ice Punch. Didn't know that grass type. You got Aerial Ace, Defog, Facade Flash. Okay. This would actually... this is a way to get Delmise in second, though. And, like, let's assume we got rid of Rock Smash. Or we got rid of Brick Break. We'd be clicking Rock Smash into Seismitoad, probably. No, we wouldn't. We would always be clicking this new move. So let's say, yeah, we go for Ice Punch. Does 14%. We can even set our pre-damage to bait Phantom Force. Okay. This is something, I think. If we use Dragonite as the answer, who then beats Dragonite? So the only problem is that once we beat Delmise, if Seismitoad comes back in, it's now back on its first turn on the field, so it sees a high priority to use Rock Smash again. So we would need to make sure that we kill Seismitoad with something that dies to, ideally, Earthquake, funny enough. Or potentially Muddy Water, if we can make it Muddy Water and get Rosen. Phantom Force does too much. Because, like, we could probably do it with Arcanine. I have to imagine Arcanine... yeah, it dies to Earthquake and Muddy Water. It being either or is problematic, though. We would want something that's, like... Mono Fire? Yeah, Mono Fire shows it to EQ, but... we're also kind of lacking in fire types. A Turtonator could do it. Turtonator could do it. Because Turtonator would either take... okay. In theory, if Ledian tries to set up Tailwind... it's awkward. Because Turtonator either takes a Phantom Force and an Anchor Shot. An Anchor Shot... sorry, it would be a Phantom Force and a Phantom Force. An Anchor Shot and a Phantom Force. An Anchor Shot and a Whirlpool. An Anchor Shot... I'm also realizing it needs Life Orb in order to do this, which is bad for us. Unless we... well, hold on. How much do we do? Turtonator, come back up. Charcoal could probably do it. Because Ledian's clicking Ice Punch, so it'll eventually do some damage. The only problem is that then we would need to make sure we're not using Ice Punch. We're using, like, Fire Punch or something that does at least 5%, but doesn't have the chance to freeze Delmise if we're relying on taking damage to... well... it's slower than Seismitoad, takes 81%. We actually don't need to worry about pre-damage because everything is faster than Turtonator. We just need to make sure that we're below 68%, ideally, to bait Earthquake. Yeah, like... Whirlpool's so annoying. Can't even Rapid Spin out of it, which is funny. And I don't have a way to get Ledian out of both ranges. And it's like, because Turtonator is slower than Delmise, it can't get the kill after it gets hit the first time, so it'll always take an anchor shot and then a phantom force, or a phantom force and then a phantom force. Or no, actually, I suppose if it goes for phantom force on the turn we swap, we kill it on the turn it comes back in. Okay. Oh, but then if we take anchor shot, we would come in on anchor shot and then take a phantom force. But, I mean, like, highest roll there, but we need charcoal. And I think that puts us way too low. Yeah, just a little bit. Like, coming out on a phantom force would be perfect. We could so almost guarantee it. I mean, in theory, if I incorporated an extra link into the chain holding a shed shell, something that, like, always only baits phantom force, but what resists steel? Pokemon type chart. Okay, defender, attacker is steel. Gets resisted by fire, water, ice. No, that's weak. Gets resisted by fighting, rock, fairy. Wait. What? Fairy definitely does not resist that. What? Yeah, that's weak to... Oh, that's ice, not fighting. Okay, yeah, so it is resisted by fire, water, electric. Sorry, it's just the way this chart's set up, it's playing tricks on my eyes. I'm seeing things as one row over. And steel. I think Lucario could be an effective pivot here, but every pivot we use is one less guy we have to help us figure out how to fight Electrode later. I think Garchomp doesn't quite. Lucario, where are you? Yeah, Lucario is really good at baiting exclusively Phantom Force. It doesn't really do much else for us, though. It's like, I don't have anything that's crit-proof and faster than this guy. Except for Dreadnought, but Dreadnought can't kill it with nothing. And then dies to Giga Drain. Like, if I could guarantee Anchor Shot, I could get it with Basculegion. But then, who does Basculegion bait in? Probably Electrode, right? Yeah, Thunderbolt. I wonder, how well does my Delmise fight? Ah, right, Foul Play does a lot. Not super well. Okay, Ledian, what moves can you learn? Aerial Ace, Defog, well, you can't learn that no more. Facade, Flash, Rock Smash, Roost, Solar Beam, Strength, Struggle Bug, Swagger, Tailwind. Nothing there. Ledian, what's your hidden power type? What's your special attack? It is better than your physical attack. Ledian has a... Oh, grass type. Funny. I don't think that's going to do much for us here. It has Bug Bite. Bug Bite might do some damage into Delmise. It does not do some damage into Delmise. I'm shocked. Wait, does Ice Punch really do more than that? Does Ghost resist Bug? Wait. Attacker is Bug, resisted by Fire. Fighting, Poison, Flying. Ghost, yeah, huh. Ghost resist bug. Who knew? So I'm like, the increased base power shouldn't be so overwhelming that it stops it from doing shit. Altari is too frail to do Perish Song Cheese. And also not strong enough to show kills to things in the back. Arcanine kills with Flare Blitz. After a Bug Bite. Or an Ice Punch. Although, worth noting, Seismitoad doesn't see a fast kill on Arcanine, so it's still very possible to click Stealth Rocks. Yeah, no, it's like, I need it to be Turtonator. And Turtonator's kind of the only thing that can consistently beat this guy. Earthquake does do a decent bit to Kecleon, which makes sense because Kecleon's super specially defensive. Knock off into Sucker Punch. But it's like we need to guarantee Phantom Force on the turn we swap in. But also critical hit anchor shot kills. And that's not good. Although, if we are a dark type... then we're immune to Psychic. We kind of bulk everything Electrode does anyways. Yeah, it would still be Seismitoad. Which is nice. Locking Delmise into Giga Drain would be weird, right? I'm genuinely trying to think, like, would I be able to win that War of Attrition of Ice Punch into Giga Drain? Like, use a guy who can take Phantom Force or Anchor Shot, but then baits Giga Drain? Like, for instance, a Dreadnought, but no, it wouldn't do this Dreadnought. Where's my Caracosta? I suppose worth noting, Corviknight can live Earthquake and kind of click Defog into Seismitoad. Clear away Stealth Rocks. Because it clears away Stealth Rocks and it lowers its accuracy. I don't think Corviknight could do much else to kill, but... It's got Fake Tears, Hidden Power. I mean, theoretically, Fake Tears, Hidden Power could eventually kill it, but that requires using fucking Fake Tears. And depending on accuracy drops, we would need to keep clicking Defog. What is Corviknight's Hidden Power type? Rock. Not good here. Hurricane is funny, but... doesn't do that much. gotta be a way to beat this dweeb. Because it's just so hard to find a good time to clear away rocks if he gets the chance to set them up. And I would obviously prefer he doesn't. Yeah, I might need to call stream pretty soon because I don't think I'm getting anywhere with this one, and I kind of need to... Sometimes you just got to step away and let your brain cool off, and once the steam stops pouring out of your ears, you find a cool line. So I'm gonna do that. Let's see who's streaming right now. Spirit of Fate's up. Yeah, I'll read into Spirit of Fate. Spirit of Fate. There's that the subscriber only chat, but you know, it's like, I don't know. Send some love. I'm tired and hungry. But hey, we cleared fucking 4 fights, I believe, and 5 trainers. Only 3 fights to Hellroom. We are getting close to when shit gets well and truly fucked and scary. And I'm not looking forward to it. But we've got to do it eventually, chat. Until then, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me. I have been April. She has been May. You have all been incredible. And I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good night, or have a good day, folks. Send an out raid.